Good morning, folk. It is currently about 4 a.m. in the morning for me. I do have work in about 2.5 hours, so I wanted to see if I could possibly finish this little segment before then and get you guys a video finally. So, I was really upset. I don't know what happened, but I lost a lot of content. A lot of my stuff I cannot find on my computer. There was a little how to build an AC that I did with some friends in California. Alright friends, I just wanted to show this off as I was talking about it. There was supposed to be a full video just dedicated to this, but unfortunately that was gone with some of the other content. But as you can see, we took a little bucket. The first thing we did obviously was put our liner on the inside so it holds the ice. From there we put holes in our bucket so we have our way to get the air out, and then we got this little fan on top. This little fan has this awesome little switch where you can control the speed of the fan. I do have to say that this was fully sponsored by the family on the road. Thank you. Shout out to Corny Adventures once again. But yeah, you got a tight little bucket. You can pop the lid on it. It holds real nice and tight. Here's the undercarriage. The fan just blows inside the bucket and it comes out those holes right there. It's a pretty little neat contraption. I actually did use it, and I do talk about using it in a later video. And it worked decently well. There were some things I wish I could have did better. So other than that, I think it's a pretty nice little fun thing. I did a bus tour with that same family, same friends I was talking about. There was me finally leaving / getting kicked out of Planet Fitness down there in Cali. There was I think 1 to 2 more little events that did actually happen that really sucks that I lost the content to. So I was pretty bummed out about that. But so I'll start in chronological order and try to give you the rundown of what happened, because tomorrow or the day after I work for the next 2 days, so I don't think anything will happen over this weekend. But I've got those videos organized in my computer now of what happened after, because what I'm talking about is what happened in California. The videos that I will put out are me just leaving California to make it here to Tennessee home. So I am quite bummed out. There was some stuff in there. I tried a bus tour, and I don't know if that would have gone well, but I did. I tried it. I wanted to see what could happen. The friends had a 40-foot sky blue bus that they converted into their home. They had it welded. They chopped off the top, added like a solid foot worth of inches to it. It was a tall 40-footer bus that fit a household of 7 in there. 2 adults and 5 little chitlins, with the youngest being like 4, 5, young. And I lost all the content I had with them. They were an awesome family. I traveled with them for about 2 weeks or so, but I'll get more into that. Let's first start off with my last video was of the river that I took a walk down and was talking with you friends and folks, family alike. After that happened, I ended up staying back at Planet Fitness for about a solid month, close to. Luckily, I stayed out of the way. The business never got full enough that I became a problem, so no one ever complained to me. Funny enough, I actually met the owner of that specific building for that Planet Fitness, and it came up that bus was mine. He was the coolest Planet Fitness guy out there. He's like, oh yeah, you're far away, you're not taking up any of the golden spots, I don't care if you're there. So I stayed at that Planet Fitness for a month. This was around the time where it finally became me struggling, me feeling like I was homeless. So that was that was the experience. But it was awesome. I stayed at the Planet Fitness. They had an AutoZone right in the parking lot that I could walk to, not even 10, 15 feet away. So that was convenient in case my car broke down, which in case it did. I left the headlights on for like the third time in California and drained my juice heavily. So that was unfortunate. Then they had a Wendy's right next door. Luckily, I was struggling with cash pretty hardcore. So they did have a meal deal where it was like $6 for a simple meal. I would take that meal up if I got tired of eating grocery store, and I would only eat once a day. I lost a lot of weight. You guys don't know it, but my current weight is down to 315 to 310. I was like 330, 340 with Jillian and Isaac. So I did lose a lot of weight. I'm not complaining too much. So I'm pretty happy about that. I'm aiming to lose more weight currently. I'd like to get down to like 270, lose the gut, get not necessarily abs, but just flatten up a lot in a lot of areas. Lose a lot of the neck fat. But so I'm staying there in Planet Fitness. Everything's going as it goes. I'm just staying there, living life to the fullest as I can at the time with what I've been given. And the fated day arrived, which made me really nervous. I hop out the bus one day, and right next to my bus is a truck, a white truck, maybe Ford, pulling a trailer. And it was absolutely disgusting. They loaded that truck up. It looked like it was meant for the dump type of truck. The problem was that truck was driving around that complex of buildings. So it was caught on camera. So apparently the police got involved because they checked the camera and saw that my car had been there for quite some time, my bus. So unfortunately, that white disgusting little littered truck kind of screwed me up. Which, if it hadn't, I wouldn't have gone and stayed with my friends for those 2 weeks, traveled around, learned a little bit of California. So that was pretty awesome. A sad event, but I found fortune in the misfortune. But two people were walking around the lot trying to say, "Hey, you got to go to that truck." And then I had my windows down. I think I was actually on the phone call with my mom at the time. They didn't see me because they were tall, but they said, "Hey, there's somebody in this bus." And so they got to me. I was like, "You can't stay here." One of them was like really rude and ugly about it. So I was kind of, ticked off. But then I hop out, and then the one above him in managerial levels came up to me and was like real nice, like, "Yeah, unfortunately that guy right there was driving around. We checked the cameras to see what was going on and found your bus here for quite some time. Can't do that." And that's when I learned that the police and tow trucks were involved. Like, yeah, we're already calling to there's already been a call to the police and the tow trucks to come get them out of here if they're not moved. And I was like, and he said, "I'd get out of here if I were you." I was like, "Oh, snaps." And I was up and out of there in like 15 minutes. So I was gone from that parking lot. So that's what happened first in the stay that I wanted to make a video about that I lost content of. So then I finally drive. It's about a mile and a half down the road to meet up with that family who came and talked to me previously. And I pulled up behind them and just parked. At that time, it was weird because this is the first time I'd parked in a back area, back roads that had no lighting. So when I made the video earlier, you saw I put on the back bottom window a curtain to cover it up. Well, my solar system setup is back there, and it does emit light. Not only that, you could probably see my feet as well when I got down and was walking around. So That was nerve-wracking, to say the least, the first night I stayed. And so I made it there. I'm meeting the new friends, getting to know them. Their kids are something else. And I say that in the kindest of way. They are a bundle of energy. And that's just all kids. But it was awesome. I got to get to know them. But the very first night, apparently a car pulled up behind my bus. And I had no idea because I blacked out the entire bus so people couldn't see me. But the family in front of me noticed it and was wondering what was going on. And that made me really scared for a couple days. I was like, why is somebody pulling up on my bus? I don't like this. But I learned that in California, they have elongated side pull-offs that you can pull off to all around. So there's the road, and then in normal states, a road immediately leads to curb. Well, in California, they have a solid, 8 to 10 feet of dedicated lane that truckers and people can pull off to stay the night. Because apparently that's just how it is. And the family that I had met and was staying with, they had been doing it too. I mean, they have a 40-footer mega bus. So they would pull off on the side, not on the road, but on the side of the road in that dedicated space that you could park. And I was told you had 3 full days that you could park there, and no one would mess with you, unless the family that you decided to park in front of got all angsty with you nearby. So yeah, unfortunate. So there's that. But from there, I stayed with them. They were an awesome family. They do have their own YouTube channel, Corny Adventures. I don't know if they've done anything on their channel recently. I saw a post. I think it might have been a short. I haven't really done anything with YouTube, as you can see, for a minute. Oh, disappointed in myself. But that's why this is going today. So I did all that good jiggity jazz with them, met them. I drove them around like an Uber a couple times. They were kind, paid me a little bit here and there to do these tasks for them, which again helped a lot. Another major thing, right when I started staying with them, the very first night, and a major shout out to a Mr. Tiny Loganville. I did lose the content with him, but we were texting on Instagram back and forth. He was willing to come out. No, he was willing to come out and meet me and fill me up with a tank of gas. Oh, dude, that right there was a very heartwarming moment. I got to meet him. He helped me with my diesel heater back when with Jelena and Isaac. Oh, I'm getting teary-eyed. So it was a really awesome experience. I met him, got a tank full of gas. We talked for 5-10 minutes. But gas stations, people all around. So we didn't talk too terribly long. But he was a real cool guy. I almost followed him. He was going somewhere that involved water, and so I don't want to put him on blast. So I'm not gonna say more than that. I'm very vague. The whole California coast is water. Oh goodness. But I did get to meet him. He did get me a full tank of gas, and that was a wonderful experience. So Tiny Loganville, thank you so much for helping a brother out when he needs help. You are awesome. From there, I just stayed with them for a week or two and realized just how bad things are getting because I was having to drive my bus more and more. I didn't have a dedicated spot to stay, and that's truly when it hit me. It's like, I'm in trouble right now. Things aren't going well. And then I would talk to my mom daily. She was the star in the darkest depths. She is constantly helping me out, loaning me, letting me borrow. She saved me, period. So that's what happened with that. So that's why I came back and decided I needed to work, because I owe her too much not to help her out and pay her back and be around to make sure she's safe. But so from there, it was decided that I was coming home. and it only took a day or two to get the ball rolling. That comes to about the end of the story. So yeah, that's what happened in California. The videos I lost are like really bumming me out. But I mean, nothing I can't talk and tell story time. It was a great experience. I'm not gonna lie. It sucked that it happened that way, but it really puts the import. It really brings financial importance when you do anything. As much as I wish everyone could follow their dreams and not have to worry about anything. If you do follow your dreams, if you're following your passions, make sure you got the money to support your said passions. Oh goodness, leave me alone. Fly got me good. But other than that, that comes to the end of the story time. Thank you so much for listening. I think I might go back in and sleep for another hour and a half, or just be unlucky and stay up for the rest of the remainder till I go to work. One or the other. I hope you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm still seeing you guys comment even on the video I posted almost a month and a half ago. No excuses. I've been bad. So comment, subscribe, like on this video. I do read them, and they are always appreciated. I may not have responded much, but I do read them, and they always give me encouragement to do better. But I'll catch you next time, and all that good get jiggy with jazz. What was it next? And I hope you have a wonderful night, day, dinner, lunch, brunch, dinner, midnight snack, and all that good get jiggy with the jazz. Bye.